Hi, it's me again with CorelDraw tips and tricks. I made a video today about organizing or sorting your items or your objects with the Docker object manager object. And then somebody asked, is there a way to save time in cutting? Let's make a 2-inch square. Whoop, I had my ratio on lock. Lock your ratio, 2-inch. Let's set our nudge factor on 2.125. Okay, turn this one doing curve. If you're going to do, let's say you're just doing 4. Go up to object and convert it to a curve and then look at it with the shape tool. The starting point and stopping point is this arrow. So we're going to make all our duplicates first and then I'm going to move it over and then I'm just using the plus key. So this will save you not really laser cutting time, but run time. Shape tool, it's going to start right there. Take this one and mirror it that way. Now our starting point is right there. Take this one, and it's good. Take this one. I need to mirror it the other way. Now take this one with the shape tool, and I need to mirror it twice. I need to mirror it horizontally and vertically. Now if we look, all of our starting and stopping points are right here in this corner. So the laser, it's not going to save you cut time. It is going to save you a little bit of laser time, because if you cut this and it stopped here and it had to move all the way over here and then cut this and stop there and then move all the way down here. This way, once it's moved here, it's going to start and stop right there. Now, that's not that big a savings unless you were doing thousands of them. Let's do a 1-inch line, unlock my ratio to 1. Let's make it 36 inches. Let's go ahead and convert it to a curve. Where's our starting and starting point? Right there, that's fine. Now, I'm going to set my nudge factor on 1.125. And I'm going to hit the plus key or the control D. So all of our cuts, starting point, and because I turned the first one in a curve, all of them are curves. So our starting point and stopping points are within an inch. You could really flip them, but it's not going to save any time because then it's going to have to move 2 inches. But at least they're not having to go down here and go back. Because if you've ever drawn anything and you accidentally drew this one backwards and you mirrored it, the laser is going to have to take and cut this one, stop right there, and then come way over here, 36 inches. Now, the other thing that's going to not only save you a little bit of time, it's going to save possibly a failure in your, if your laser bed's a little bit cattywampus or a little unlevel. I've got a 2-inch square. Okay, then I'm going to take an ellipse and put it in the center. If we're going to cut those out, kind of like a square washer, let's look at under Windows, Docker's objects. It's going to cut the rectangle first. We don't want the rectangle cut first. We want the hole to be cut first. Because if this cuts out and it all falls, and if your laser's having trouble getting through the wood and it's a little bit, now it's going to be a little bit short because it fell. So all you have to do is take that rectangle, hold down your right mouse button and just move it up there. So now it's going to cut that. But continuing that, you've got to group that together. Now we've still got a 2-inch square. We're going to go 2.125 on a nudge. And we're going to control D, control D, control D, control D. Now they're all into groups, but if we go here and go object, group, and ungroup all, you can see it's going to cut. You don't want it to cut all the squares and then come back and cut the circles. You don't want to cut all the circles and come back and cut all the squares, because then it's having to move back and forth, back and forth. This way, it's going to cut that ellipse. I'm going to hold down the tab key. or click the tab key. See, it's cutting it's actually the opposite, because I'm going downhill. I guess the tab key only goes backwards. But that way, I hope make people understand this. This way, it's going to cut this and this, this and this, this and this, this and this. If you did not group them together, even though we have these in the right order, if we Control D and make a duplicate, now it's going to cut all the circles. It's going to cut that, 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 that. We don't want that. Then it's going to go back and have to cut the rectangle. When you're in that close of proximity, you want to group them together before you duplicate them, and then Control D, Control G, and then Control D, and move them over. So now, even though there's two objects on each deal, when we take object, group, and ungroup it, now all our ellipses is going to cut that ellipse, it's going to cut that rectangle. Ellipse, rectangle, ellipse, rectangle. Anyway, I hope that helped just a little bit, and thank you for watching.